Welcome to your mid-month readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences at this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. And I want to take a moment to thank all of you who have been supporting, donating, commenting, sharing, asking for private readings. It has been a really amazing year, and I'm so grateful and deeply thankful for all of you who have been there listening to my humble insights. I really, really, really appreciate you, and I wish all of you a very happy new year. So, Taurus, you are here, I feel, in a transition. And this transition, this gap between worlds, it's a little bit difficult for you because it makes you feel uneasy, not knowing exactly where you are standing. Where have your past ended and where is your future beginning? And more than ever for you, it's very important to be mindful of the present time. It's like you can be a little bit on the eye of the storm, but this storm, it's a chaos that it's going on through your own emotional self. There's a lot of emotions being steered and transformed during this mid-month. I feel that for the majority of you, the focus is in love, in relationships, in people that are meaningful to you, anything that deals with the heart, anything that deals with your sensitivities. It's very emphasized. And right in between, you have the death card as a challenge. And when we have the death as challenge, it can be difficult because it's asking you to liberate and transform and allow emotions to transform you, which is inviting you to sit in the middle of a tornado. And obviously, we wouldn't consider that to be safe. But it's like you will only know what it will give you once you sit there in stillness and you allow yourself to cry and you allow yourself to miss someone and you allow yourself to mourn and you allow yourself to feel what you have to feel. I feel that some of you have been resisting some type of emotional change that is this. It has been here on the back burner, wanting to come forward, and you have been tough and able to secure it and resist it. And I feel that those resistance are really crumbling down. You know, this death energy, it's a very scorpionic energy. It's an energy that it's really related with outdated, toxic, emotional situations or situations that are going on in our life that are starting to affect our emotional health. And so it's toxic waste that needs to be released. And I feel that some of you are going through a sense of emptiness. Some of you are really feeling that you are changing, but you don't know who you are becoming in this process or what you are feeling. Where are you going with your relationships? Where are you going with your life in general? Others of you are trying to, while you are in this process of trying to understand yourself and your love nature, for the majority of you, you're kind of trying to freeze or put on hold relationship decisions that will be happening and very important in January. I feel that what's going on during this last 2 weeks of the month, it's a preparation for decisions that you will make in January. And this Knight of Cups being your main opportunity, in the other hand, is telling you, express your love, let it out, even if it comes with pain, even if it comes with a sense of you being too vulnerable to the eyes of the world or too fragile. Use artistic, spiritual, religious, whatever works for you, whatever your beliefs are, ways, personal, private ways to express your emotions. This is going to come a long way to help you here. The Knight of Cups tends to be on the emotional extremes, and this is why you are advised to be the King of Cups, the maturity, the authority one that rules and controls per se over his emotional driven chaos. So he knows what he feels, he does know what he feels, but he's able to not be drowned by the currents that sometimes are so strong because he feels so deeply. And I also feel that some of you are dealing with possible partners or overall people in your life in which it's kind of, how can I explain? It's a little bit like, you know, those situations where someone, it may be evident to you that someone loves you, that someone cares for you, that someone wants to be with you, but for some reason there's a bridge to cross here with the Death card before you can understand if you and this person can be together, if you and this relationship can or not be transformed, because the Death card usually denotes an ending, which doesn't necessarily implies that it's something that will not appear or rise in other way and form. It's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Yes, is dying. Whichever old, outdated ways of you emotionally engaging with others is dying. Your emotional nature is changing for good. Yes, but it doesn't mean that you will not relate with the same type, with the same people that are meaningful to you. It's just that you are needing here, I feel, a little bit time off to feel. And this nowadays can be very complicated because we are working 8 hours a day, because we have children, because we have responsibilities, because we don't have one single minute to cry on our own alone. And I feel that some of you may be dealing with this as that you want to free yourself, you want to understand the process, but some of you, your life is not very doesn't have a lot of, you know, moments where you can maneuver this intensity easily. I feel as well that you should take everything that you are thinking, because this period of time for you, your compass, your guidance is coming from the heart. So sometimes when we are overly emotional, it clouds our judgment. So everything that you are thinking, take it with a salt of grain and wait until this energy alleviates itself, because it may be very clouded by your emotional needs. This is another thing that is happening here. You are kind of developing a sense of what do you really need out of love, or in your case, what do you need specifically out of a person that you deeply love and that most of the times it really loves you. But the King of Cups, in my experience, is not, He usually is described as, the perfect husband, the perfect father. It's true that he truly, truly, truly loves you. And it's a character that has deep emotional desires and care for the person. But usually he is very, 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 very withdrawn. And he uses such a thick... it's like an evasion, an escape system to not reveal the truth of what he feels, that it ends up really becoming as cold and as detached as a King of Swords would be. This is a note from my observations and my experiences with this card, but of course, with you, it can show up in a different way. But because you have a knight and you go from a knight to a king, the advice here is to control the extremes, to navigate the waters, the deep waters, the best you can, and to not resist change. Do not resist the death. The death is opening up here, and it may be difficult for you to see now, but in January it will lift up a little bit. And it's opening up here a new cycle, a new life, a new version, empowered version of yourself within your own emotional conditionings. This is what I wanted to say about the King of Cups. The King of Cups is so emotional and he has so much feelings, but usually the majority of us, we have a lot of conditioning. So if this person suffered a lot from revealing his vulnerabilities, the chances are that in his relationships, he's not going to be able to open up and reveal the true feelings and the true colors that he carries. Okay, some of you are, very nostalgic and also feeling a little bit more disconnected than usual. And this is why, again, I was talking upon you needing some time with yourself, or as possible to dedicate some minutes of your day during this phase. For those of you who identify with what I'm saying, to dedicate during this phase to write, to sing, to watch kind of movies and TV shows that inspire you, to go to places, maybe in the beach or next to the sea, kind of with this element of water. It will help you. What else? Some of you are also just, unhappy and settled. You may feel that things are, too... There's an element of you possibly feeling, some of you, that there's emotional poverty or scarcity in your life at this time. And also, it's kind of, again, ping pong situation that some of you are in regards to feelings and extremes of 1 minute feeling completely in love and the other minute feeling like, a train wreck, for example. So try a little tenderness is what I would say to you to wrap up this reading, is try a little tenderness, because it's going to help you. A little tenderness, because this tenderness that I'm talking about, this softness, this ability to remain kind and open to your own emotional expressions and your sensitivities, which can be used in very beautiful ways, will help you soothe whichever emptiness, pain, or sadness that you may be feeling. And also, if you have been avoiding, for some of you that have been avoiding making the proper mourning to an ending in your life, this may be a time where it's coming back to you and it's not as easy to avoid it. So, Taurus, I hope you have a great mid-month and an even greater new year. Thank you so much once again to all of you who have been supporting, liking, sharing my channel, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.